Hey, here's a cool little video review of this thing. I bought this off of eBay. The thing was 30 bucks. You could get it in different colors. You can get it in like green and whatever. But anyway, what this is this is a Game Boy Color clone. It's a knockoff. But it's actually better than the original Color Game Boy because it has a backlit screen and it has a built-in bunch of games. Now, it says on the box 66 games. It's advertised 188 games, but it's really a bunch of the same game over and over. You know, it took me about 2-3 weeks to get this thing delivered, but gosh, it was only 30 bucks. Or 36 bucks with shipping. Anyway, here it is. And, you know, this is kind of hard to do with one hand. But it's you can put regular cartridges in it. You can put regular Game Boy and Game Boy Color cartridges in it. The infrared here, this is total BS. This is just fake. I've actually taken this thing apart to have a look at it inside, and it's pretty much the same as a regular Game Boy Color. And I've got my fingerprints on it, but I'll try to wipe that off a little bit here. Like I said, it's hard to do this with one hand, but let me fire it up. The screen is crazy bright and in color. Now let me move this light here. So you can see that what you've got is a whole bunch of games, and a lot of the same games repeat. So it's not really 188 games, but all that really matters is that it's got Tetris, because quite frankly, what else is better than Tetris? You know what I mean? So the thing fires up and works just like the original did. The screen is just slightly different than the original Game Boy. But hey man, this thing is like in color, it lights up, it looks awesome. And it's just like the original. With the different musics. That's the best. And there it is. You can see, I'll try to play this one-handed here. You always want to build your wall right over here. Give me one of those, darn it. But look at this. This thing is awesome. See if I can pull this trick off here. Bye. So there's Tetris, and the way you change games is you have to turn it off. I'm going to try to do this. Turn it off, and then you turn it back on again, and it resets. Now, some of the other games that are on here that are regular Game Boy games that were not in color, and sometimes it does that too. You have to turn it off and give it a second to really reboot, because you'll see even after you've turned it off, the screen kind of remains there for a bit. So you turn it back on. So I've noticed a few little glitches like that. Okay, here we go. So other games, like for instance Super Mario Land, you know, the color's not quite what you want it to be, but it's still pretty good. Oops, sorry. And of course this is impossible to do one-handed. But you can, I'll try to get as close as I can so you can see Mario's glory here. I'm trying to do this with. Anyway, the whole point was just to let you take a look at it. I'll turn that off. But hey, super cool, man. For 30 bucks, under 40 bucks, you're basically getting a brand new Game Boy. And you can get it, like I said, in different colors. Just search for GB Boy Color with a U. And you'll find these on eBay and Amazon and on AliExpress. They generally come in these translucent colors, which I didn't like. I wanted the opaque color. You can get the clear color. I went with this yellow because it was a nice solid color. And they also offer like the flip version as well. But I mean, for as cheap as this thing is, it's pretty awesome. Now, there's a lot of games on here I've never heard of. A lot of them are in, I don't know if this is Chinese, Japanese, Dirty Knees, look at these, I don't know. You got Pac-Man, and then a whole bunch of other things that I've tried, and a lot of these games are just, you know, they're a waste of time, I gotta be honest. But like I said, the whole reason, I mean, I think Tetris is the #1 thing. I could be wrong. I did play this Centipede, and it is just pretty much like the Atari game. Dr. Mario, that's another pretty famous one. And I was never a big Dr. Mario dude. But it is a Tetris-like game. It basically is Tetris. And pretty good color on this thing. I'm not very good at this game. I really have no idea how to play this. But the color is great, the sound is pretty good, and pretty neat game. So, that's my review. GB Boy, color. I love how they word stuff on here. You know, it's pretty funny. The new style construction and economy power technology. More colors for choice. New front light screen, much more better. You would think, and 100 billion people, they could find one dude speaks English, works over there to help them make a box. And I will say the box is pretty heavy duty. I mean, you know, it's pretty. I can't open it with the one hand and the phone, but it's pretty well fortified. It's a pretty strong box. I mean, there's multiple layers of cardboard in there to protect this thing. It arrived perfectly fine, and very, very cool, with the exception of the fact that they're completely ripping off Nintendo. But you do have the multiplayer port. There's my one complaint is that there is no contrast brightness adjustment. I've looked all over this thing. I even took it apart trying to see if I could find one, because when you look at it directly on, it's like super bright. You kind of tilt it just a little bit like this, you get a little bit better contrast, I've found. Let's see, I don't even know what Aladdin is. Let's see what Aladdin is. Oh boy. Oh, it's Aladdin from Disney. Look at those graphics. And I'm sure this was licensed by Nintendo. I'm so sure it was. 1993. Well, there he is. Allahu Akbar! And then it blows up in your hand. Oh wow. Is that supposed to be green? I guess it is. Let's go. Oh, he's beheading me. I'm an infidel. That's, you know. You gotta remember, the original Game Boy Color was not backlit, and it just sort of had this chromatic color system. Alright, well, that's it. 10 minutes of that's enough. There it is. GB Boy Color. Hey now, get your one. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm Videobob. Make sure to subscribe to my videos, please. And like this video and share it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye.